Hello, and welcome to Pod of the Week, a place where I get to share my thoughts on pods I think you need to know about. People, we are in November, which means, funny enough, December's coming soon, which means it's festive season, which means it's either a mad rush to slow down, a weird dynamic. So I don't know in your neck of the woods if that is the same, but I know in my neck of the woods that is the case. Everyone wants their things done to prepare for December. In light of getting ahead of the curve and preparing you and I for this hectic season, I want to invite you to listen to a series of Christmas podcasts. Yes, I said Christmas podcasts. And the first one on the list for you this week is the Calm Christmas Podcast by Beth Kempton. So this podcast started in 2020, and the heart behind it, and this is in her words, is to honor the season without sacrificing your well-being. Because as we all know, festive season is a mad season. It is filled with personal engagements, mad rush to the shops, getting the house ready, just preparing it, everything to host and accommodate people, and it can be extremely tiring and extremely overwhelming. And so this podcast is there just to calm things down, give perspective, using reflective techniques where you're reflecting back on the year but also preparing for the year ahead. It's quite unique in that it is a podcast that is recorded from October the one year to January the next. It's only 4 months of the year. It covers reflection, how to orientate yourself for the season, thankfulness. It is perfectly poised and should be listened. I suggest that you should be listening to this when you have the quiet moment before the storm, whether it be early in the morning before the mad rush to the shops, or the post-Christmas lunch where you just have a time to stop, sit and listen. And if you want to know what it's about, or you want to have a bit of a sample, or want to hear what it's like, have a listen.
In the library of my mind, I descend the stairs to my subconscious, sink into an old leather armchair and send a flurry of dust into a shaft of winter sunlight, which is pouring in from a high window. Looking around, I see shelf after shelf of memory books marked Christmas. I take down the oldest volume and open it carefully, curious to see what is inside. There's a young girl at a Christmas fair, eking out her pocket money to buy gifts for her family. On the next page, the same girl is huddled at the desk in her bedroom, hand-stamping Christmas cards. Then she's opening the first door on her advent calendar, a hint of Christmas magic encircling her. The old book holds many more images. In one, the girl and her brothers are opening their stockings excitedly, reaching in to find a bag of chocolate coins, a clementine and a pound tucked into the toe. In another, she's at the door of the front room, hand on the ceramic doorknob, exchanging excited glances with those brothers, silently asking, "Has he been?" Interestingly, in all of the pictures, in all of the memory books marked Christmas, only a handful are directly related to what was actually inside wrapped presents on Christmas Day. Instead, it's the anticipation of those gifts that features most prominently, and the fun and joy of giving and receiving. Welcome to episode 3 of the Calm Christmas Podcast with me, Beth Kempton. Today we are talking all about mindful gifting. It's almost impossible to think about Christmas without thinking about presents. And I know that for some people it is still early, but starting to think about mindful gifting now can save us stress, save us money, help us give things that will genuinely bring joy, and also give us time to enjoy the process of dreaming up ideas, making or buying presents, wrapping them and delivering them in good time.
Just a short disclaimer. If you are expecting or thinking that this podcast is coming from a religious viewpoint or even from a Christian worldview, then unfortunately this is not that kind of pod. However, I do encourage you to look at the principles applied or the mindset and thinking applied and apply that in your particular context and then see how that affects the Christmas season for you. So remember, pods are not for some, they're for everyone.